Hey, this is Joseph Leif, and I want to welcome you to this video, the role of the manager in Agile organizations. In this video, you're going to discover the radically surprising new role of managers in Agile organizations. I think that you're going to find this perspective that I'm going to provide refreshing and new. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can get a month of my $2,000 a month coaching, one-on-one coaching, free. So you'll have be able to get a full month of coaching with me for free. But first, let's talk about the surprising role of managers in Agile organizations. So if you're a manager and your company is considering becoming Agile, adopting Agile practices, or if you're in the middle of that transition, even if you've already made that transition to agility, I'm about to save you a ton of frustration. I'm going to make the process easier and more likely to last, and potentially save you hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. And I'm not kidding on that. It's just radically different perspective from what most people are doing. And for the past decade or so, I've helped organizations become Agile. But one part of that transition has never sat well with me, and that's how managers are treated. You know how frustrating it can be when an Agile coach or consultant tells you as a manager that you're no longer welcome at the team's meetings, and you're not supposed to be asking for updates anymore, and basically stop interfering with the teams. I know how you feel because I work with managers like this all the time who are not only frustrated, but they're hurt and confused, even resentful. All they want to do is help their teams, right? They want to support them. And with all the things that they're being told not to do, no one's telling them what to do. And that can be really frustrating. It leaves managers just feeling disempowered, right? Disenfranchised and devalued. But what I've found is the organizations that have the best long-term agility and Agile maturity have strong managers who understand their role and the teams value them. So that's why I have worked on creating this thing I'm calling the Agility Accelerator. It is a totally disruptive approach to Agile organizational transformation. And I don't even like calling it transformation anymore. I want to call it Agile formation, because I'm working with you to form agility within your organization. It's a significantly more organic and less disruptive to the organization, and it promises better long-term results. It's an approach that puts you as the managers at the center of the organizational change. You, my friend, are the Agility Accelerator. So what's the traditional role of managers? Among other things, you develop people, right? That's one of the core things that you do as a manager. But in Agile transformations, it's the Agile coaches who end up doing most of the people development. So let's imagine a company with 200 people involved in an Agile transformation. So maybe that's a whole company that's transforming. Maybe that is a department of 200 people, whatever. It's 200 people, 20 managers, about 9 direct reports per manager, gives you that 200 people. The traditional Agile transformation goes something like this. If you've gotten a proposal for it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you've done it. A team of 3 to 5 Agile coaches come in. They break the teams up and do some trainings, about 25 people per training. And they train those teams. The coaches tell the teams that they are, yeah, great, my phone. The coaches tell the teams that they are empowered to self-organize, self-manage, and be self-directed. The Agile coaches give one class to managers and executives on Agile leadership. They tell the managers in that they're basically disempowered. Okay, they don't really say you're disempowered, but they do tell them to stop asking for status, stop checking in with people, stop attending the team's meetings. Then the 3 to 5 Agile coaches are what they call embedded with the teams for 6 to 12 months. And yes, I didn't mistakenly put that S in there. This is a very, very expensive model. You're paying for 3 to 5 full-time people, experts, to be on your site for 6 to 12 months. So this embedding does help the teams adopt Agile practices by giving them an Agile coach who's focused on developing those Agile practices. The Agility Accelerator takes a very, very different approach to that. You see, I believe that agility isn't something special. It's just a good way of working. It isn't magic, it's just good management. So good managers should be called upon to support it and implement it. So I start not by working with the teams and training them, but with training and working with the managers. I work with them for 2 to 3 months, training them to adopt Agile approach, adopt Agile principles, understand the Agile mindset, well before their teams start to adopt Agile practices. So I haven't trained any Agile teams up to this point. I'm working with the managers alone. Then I pair with the managers and I help them lead the trainings of the teams. This sets the manager up as the expert in the organization, not me as the coach. For the next several months then, I work with the managers, not with the teams, continuing to coach them, helping them to become the Agile resource in their company. It's not 3 to 5 embedded coaches. The managers are already embedded in their organization. Why add another layer? I coach the managers, they coach the teams. Sometimes that coaching is paired, so I'm with them in the moment. Sometimes it's before or after an event. But this approach creates a much more organic formation of a culture that supports agility. Of course, there's a lot more, right? There's a whole lot more pieces that go into the Agility Accelerator, but this is a high-level 40,000-foot view. So if you like what you hear here, if you liked what you heard, and if you'd like to get a taste of my style of Agile leadership coaching with me, I'd be delighted to help you. So this is the part where I tell you about the $2,000 of Agile coaching for free. I will personally coach you for a month. I'll work with you on your unique context, your unique organization, help you find your unique agility within that. I don't think there's a cookie cutter, one size fits all. Well, we'll start with an Agile manager assessment, and this will guide, but not direct, our month of coaching. I'll help you master the art of supportive leadership. We'll explore your unique approach to coaching, because a lot of the role of a manager in this Agile organization is being a coach for the teams. I'll help you learn to maximize your team's capabilities, develop Agile leaders within your organization. We'll do this by having scheduled work times, some working sessions. We'll have deadlines and accountability built in. You will have, for a month, unlimited email access to me, unlimited review of your materials or work or anything that you want to bring, unlimited additional phone calls. You can just pick up the phone and call me anytime. This is what people get when they pay for my $2,000 a month coaching. So now let's hear what one of my past coaching clients has to say about working with me. It's better to hear it from the horse's mouth than for me to tell you about myself.
My name is Colin Mary. I'm Director of Engineering at Tableau Software. I'm kind of one of those people who shy away from natural coaching or from coaching, traditional coaching. And I'm a cynic. I tend to like practical advice and practical help, and at times I've found coaching to be very academic and theoretical and difficult for me to apply to my real job. I find it interesting, and I find all the data interesting, and specifically around Agile. Agile is very new to Tableau, and we transitioned at a period of time going from pure waterfall into pure Agile, and at the same time reorganizing the development team, which was challenging. And the theoretical coaching that we got was useful, but I didn't find it very practical. Then Joseph came into the scene, and what I really liked about Joseph's style was it was very hands-on and very applicable to what we were doing as a company and what we were doing as teams. Joseph really took the time to understand what our problems were that were specific to Tableau, and rarely gave us a generic answer that was, here's the Agile way. I really believed that and got the sense that Joseph really cared about me and my team and my problems. And so that resonated with me, and I loved the time I spent with Joseph. I felt after the sessions that I had real things to go work on, real advice that was his opinion, and very informed opinions. And it wasn't cold or isolated from the work that I was doing day to day. If I think back on the biggest change that's happened to me this year, the last couple of years, based on what the impact that Joseph has had and the advice that he's given me, it's been that I've been real. And so as a manager, I've had a tendency in the past to have what I affectionately call manager speak, that it's not really that useful. And I started to realize that the way that Joseph was coaching me is he was being real. And so when I'm interacting with my teams and I'm trying to help my teams, that's my sole purpose, is to help my teams be successful. I consciously removed the manager speak and just said what I felt and said what I believed. And that's one of the biggest things I've gotten out of this. Yeah, so I mean, I think I think of two things that Joseph really did for Tableau that I would recommend. One, his knowledge around Agile is awesome, excellent. I mean, very deep, very detailed. He knows the theory. He knows how Agile's supposed to work, but more importantly, he knows how to apply it to organizations like Tableau who are in that transition stage, and it was new to us. And even now where it's not as new to us, he still knows the nuances of the things that we could do better. So number one is, if you're struggling with Agile, or you're not applying it, or you find yourself straying away from Agile because it's easy, Joseph's somebody that can help you take the good parts of Agile and keep them in your organization. So that's number one. And then number two is from just a personal management perspective. I used to think of coaching as it was me trying to be fixed. Joseph helped me realize that that's not what coaching's about. It's not me being fixed. It's me becoming the best manager that I can. And so if you want to be the best manager in your organization, Joseph's the guy that can help you get there. I recommend Joseph 100% and wholeheartedly. No reservations whatsoever.
So here it is. If you go to my website, you can see you can purchase my coaching, one-on-one coaching, for $2,000 a month. But for you, right now, you can get it free. Free! Why? You're probably going, okay, what's the catch? There's a catch. It's because it's a blatant bribe. Yes, I am bribing you. I'm bribing you to join my inner circle. The Inner Circle is a community exclusive for managers in Agile organizations. We'll have live video conference calls where we'll talk about Agile from a manager's perspective. We'll have deep dives into Agile leadership principles, and we'll explore your role as a manager in an Agile organization. We'll help you develop your unique approach to coaching within your organization. We'll explore new ways to maximize your team's capabilities, developing leaders within your organization. Anything you need, right? You'll bring topics, and we'll discuss those topics at the video conference calls. We'll also have open Q&A on those calls. So if you didn't have a chance to get your questions in early, then or it wasn't covered in the training materials for that month, then you'll have the opportunity to just ask your questions, and I'll answer them right there. You'll have exclusive access to our private Facebook group, where you'll be able to discuss with other like-minded Agile managers what you're doing and what your questions are, and discuss what we talked about on the webinar. You can continue discussions on the private Facebook group, which it's a great way to just interact with other people who are going through the same thing. You'll also get unlimited access to my comprehensive training library, Agile training library. So this is also on my website. You can get access to that for $297 a month, or you can join the Inner Circle and get access to it for free. I have hours and hours of Agile training materials there for you. My complete class for the PMI ACP is up there. I have months and months and months of other training materials that I used to do. I've done recently. All of my current videos get up there, constantly adding new material. Plus, you'll get other exciting surprise bonuses, but if I told you what they were, they wouldn't be surprised. So you're probably wondering now, okay, what does this all cost? Well, this is just $297 a month, and there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So you also get a month of my $2,000 a month intensive coaching free. 1 month. That's a month of one-on-one coaching calls. A month of you bringing the agenda, a month of rolling up our sleeves and getting into it, a month of strategic work or tactical work or Trusted advisor, bring any kind of topic to me and we'll discuss it. We'll have set scheduled meeting times, working sessions where we'll develop your plans, deadlines, timelines. I'll be keeping you accountable. A month of unlimited email, unlimited review of your work, unlimited additional phone calls. $2,000, not for you. $2,000 worth of coaching are free just for becoming a part of the inner circle. And like I said, that's only $297 a month. I've priced it so it's not prohibitively expensive, right? $297 is not much, but it makes people commit to their own success and becoming a member of the team, of the organization that we have, the community. It keeps the freebie seekers out too, right? People who are just going to lurk in the background. If you're paying, you're going to be engaged. But for the right person, really, this membership should pay for itself. So what would it be like? What would it be worth? Would it be worth $297 to have me help you develop your approach to leadership? Or to have me answer your real questions with practical experience advice? Would it be worth $297 to have me review your organization and your team structure? Right? If any of those scenarios sound like they might be valuable to you, then this is a no-brainer. Remember, there's no contract and you can cancel at any time. So you accept my generous offer. Become a member today. You'll be a part of a small group of high performers who are like-minded, committed, and energized Agile managers dealing with similar issues as you. You're not alone in this. Every other week, we'll get together and review new materials, and you'll have exclusive access to our private Facebook group. All you have to do is click the link below and join the community. I look forward to seeing you there.